Welcome back. Last time I got to the island, built some salt production, and planted some red beet. First, let's check how they are doing. They are ready to harvest. But before we can harvest them, we need to make some money to afford a simple hand harvester. I moved some of the equipment out of the way to get to my pushable cart, loaded the fine salt from the salt production, and took it to the selling point. Got $6,400 for a pallet of salt. Used the money to buy myself a nice hand red beet harvester. That cost me $1,500 and began my harvest. And in just a few hours I was done. I had over 20 crates of red beet. But pushing that harvester around wasn't easy. My feet and back were hurting. So I went to get some rest. I slept for 3 days straight. And when I woke up, not only did I have a bunch of salt produced, but my greenhouse had finally produced some fruits and vegetables too. I had a whole lot of work to do, to sell everything. But first, I needed a way to transport the pallets to the sell point. So I bought this beautiful forklift for just over $5,500. I started off by selling off all the salt. Selling the 3 pallets of fine salt brought us $6,000 each. But the salt marsh also produced a full pallet of the highest quality flour of salt, which sold for over $66,000 for a single pallet. Producing salt from the seawater proved to be a very lucrative business, as from just that we got $86,000 in our bank account, and still had to sell all the fruits and vegetables and a whole bunch of red beet. Selling all the vegetables got us an extra $9,000, but getting the red beet proved to be a difficult task for the forklift, as the soil was too loose and it kept getting stuck. I pushed it out of the soil, parked it up, and went to the store to find a solution to the problem. I bought this beautiful John Deere skid steer for just shy of $15,000. The bigger wheels made a huge difference. It was doing the job with 0 problems. In just about 10 minutes, I finished the job. After selling everything, we had $98,000 in the bank. It was time to expand, but I decided to spend my money wisely. First, I sold off the cultivator, the forage wagon, the seeder, the water trailer, the mower, and the forklift, and got a whole lot of extra space on the farm. Finally, all the equipment fit neatly into the shed. I even sold off the salt mines and the greenhouse, and invested $60,000 into 2 massive new salt refineries. But with $47,000 in my bank account, I had to make some tough decisions, as I still needed a way to bring water to the mines. I ended up buying this beautiful Massey Ferguson for just shy of $20,000, and a water tank for over $7,000. It worked perfectly, as the Massey was just powerful enough to do the job. The listing says it's 87 horsepower, but it feels well kept and maintained. By the time I was done filling the refineries with water, it was already dark, so I went to the tent to have some rest. After waking up, I quickly checked up on my salt refineries. They seemed to work just fine. They should produce about a pallet of fine salt per day. I still had almost $20,000 in my account, so I made a decision to expand my island a little bit. The money was going out quickly. This tiny expansion cost us over $15,000. I wanted to expand more, but I still needed to buy some equipment for the tractor. I bought the most bare-bone cultivator, which cost us just shy of $1,000, but attaching it to the tractor proved to be very difficult. The trees that we planted before were in the way of the delivery point, so I moved my tractor out of the way and began cutting the trees one by one. In no time, all of them were on the ground. I didn't want to transport them to the shop one by one, as that would consume way too much time. Spent $1,000 on a small homemade log trailer, loaded all the logs, took them to the store, got over $2,000 for them. They basically paid off the trailer we just bought. I parked the trailer, attached the cultivator, and began working our new soil. But doing that proved to be very difficult as the soil was very sandy. But after a couple hours, we had a beautiful new piece of farmland. I then planted it all with grass. But while doing so, my eyes kept wandering off to those islands that seemed to have a lot of trees growing on them. By the time I was done, I came up with an idea. What if I swim to the islands? I am in decent shape. Shouldn't be much of a problem. So I changed my clothes, packed my tent, and began my journey to the nearest island. The swim proved to be more difficult than I anticipated. I had to stop and rest for a couple minutes before I could continue. But nevertheless, in just about half an hour, I made it to the island. And as I hoped, it was filled with trees. They should be worth a fortune. And not only that, but the shoreline was filled with a whole bunch of washed-up fish. I counted it to be at least 30. I had to figure out a way to get all this treasure to the farm. But first, I need some rest, so I placed my tent and rested until the morning, woke up, and swam back to my farm, with a dream on my mind of one day making a bridge to the island. The refineries worked overtime while I was gone and produced 4 pallets of fine salt. So I hoped into my beloved John Deere skid steer and began selling them off. Took my balance to over $32,000. I once again had some money for expansion. I spent $12,500 on a new grass mower, attached it, and began cutting the grass.
I really wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in my life, but I never really put up a fight. Didn't follow my dreams, and now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Slow it down, dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth the while. You will make it in time. I never left a stone unturned, trying to find some love in this crazy world. I felt like I was never heard. All I wanted was to be loved. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. You will find a way. Slow it down, dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth the while. You will make it in time. You'll make it in time. Time, 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 time. What makes it worth the while? You will make it in time. You will find a way. Slow it down, dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth the while. You will make it in time. You'll make it in time. Time, time. You'll make it in time. Time, time. What makes it worth the while? You will make it in time. Yeah. Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, 'cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, 'cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. to get dressed and then we cry. 'Cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. We gave it all we had. It's time to say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry. 'Cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. So you kissed a girl just 'cause you wanted to. Not thinking about what you made it do. She started doing her hair and makeup, oh, just for you. Only because you kissed a girl when you wanted to. You think you're young and smart, got no responsibility in this world. But if you're young and smart, you should know better. Don't get laid back 'cause you're not that cool. Don't think you're safe and sound walking around breaking rules. I bet your parents are worried sick. That's not as cool as you think, not as cool as you think, yeah. So you came home late just 'cause you wanted to. Your mom's still awake with her heart in two. She started, where have you been? It's 2:30. Only because you came home when you wanted to. You think you're young messed up. Yeah, I know I did you wrong, but I learned my lesson. Now what if we could move on? Remember the good days. I wish that we could go back. I know I'm not perfect, but at least give me a try. I'm sorry for making you feel like you're not good enough, 'cause you're the best, you know. I'm sorry for making you feel like you're not good enough. Give me a chance, yeah baby, try, try, try. Just one more night, then make up your mind, mind, mind. Please don't say that it's goodbye, bye, bye. If you just believe it, I know we can make it. We used to be strong, love. Don't forget where you're coming from. A heart like that don't give up that easily. I wanna see you be mad, yeah, get mad at me. I'm sorry for making you feel like you're not good enough, 'cause you're the best, you know. I'm sorry for making you feel like you're not good enough. Give me a chance, yeah baby, try, try, try. Just one more night, then make up your mind, mind, mind. Please don't say that it's goodbye, bye, bye. If you just believe it, I know we can make it. Try, try, try. Try, try, try. Try, try, try. I'm sorry for making you feel like you're not good enough. I'm sorry for making you feel like you're not good enough. Give me a chance, yeah baby, try, try, try. Just one more night, then make up your mind, mind, mind. Please don't say that it's goodbye, bye, bye. If you just believe it, I know we can make it. Try, try, try. Try, try, try. Try, try, try. If you just believe it, I know we can make it. I'm standing outside.